Valve spring tool, LSM. SC200 and a Pontiac ProStock big block Chevy heads. It's time to put it together. Hello everybody, this is David Mahaska with David Mahaska Racing, Dafffield Racing, the Budget Pro Mod channel. Well, I'm going to start mocking up the big block. It's time to start putting together and make sure everything's fit, and what doesn't fit, we need to do some machining. So, I need to put some valves in there, and I'll show you how I do that right now. Alright, so I'm using, there you go. So I'm using the LSM tool, and you see here, maybe this here. Focus, there we go. It's the SC200, and it fits on here. Just gotta get this here out. I'll just set it down here. And this works on, there we go. Let me see, so we're some big block Chevys with T&D or gesso, competition series rocker shafts. Small block Chevys canted or sprayed valves with T&D or gesso. SB2, same thing. V6, Yates, Ford, T&D, and P5, Dodge Gesso competition series. Now, but it does nothing. It doesn't say nothing about a Rodex, high port, Pontiac head, and there actually isn't. Let's focus here. There actually isn't a tool to get the valve springs off. You have to either make something here, or you have to pull the head off and use a big C clamp. So what I did was, so this is what you get with it. You get that adapter. I mean, obviously you can get different adapters, but they don't make one for mine. At least they didn't when I ordered this here about a year or so ago. And so yeah, everybody's familiar with these valve spring compressors. They're awesome and they're great. The ones, this one here doesn't quite work. I guess you could probably fudge it a little bit. If you look, if you have this here, you can see the angle where it hits the pocket, right? So I mean, of course, the valve springs that are in there is going to be higher up like this, but you have to be in parallel with that pocket. So as you can see, it's not quite. You could almost get it to work, but not quite. And then of course into here, same deal. You have to be at this angle here, more or less, and same with this, right? So, and of course you have adjustment, but still not enough. So what I did was I made, I found, actually, it's quite fortunate. I found a nice little wedge piece of billet steel I had ringing on the shop, and it just happened to have the right angle to be bolted on. It goes like that, more or less, right? And it gets you down, like this, sorry. And it gets you to your base, right? And it's just changing this piece here, right? So, just take this off here. Try to do this with one hand, guys. Oh, there we go. Imagine, I guess I could have got them to build me something. Because I mean, I can't be the only person that's, have to do this. on a Pontiac head, big Pontiac heads. So anyways, this comes off. If I'm not mistaken, I had it this way. That. I just put this back on here. And I'll put a little video in the corner. I'll put a little video in the corner where I was busting these heads apart when I first got them. I think I took some quick footage. Just trying to get this down here. Whoop. Just let me put the phone down for a second, guys. Alright. So, see okay? Yeah. So, it went like this. Okay, almost got it there. There we go. Okay, and then I have some bolts, special bolts here. This I was using to hold it down, right? This is not too long. Remember if I use these ones or not. Okay, so I'll go do this here now. There we go. Alright, so now we can, and then we just adjust how I just back all these off here, and then there you go. So basically, right about there's like 1 or 2 threads here. Oops. Right there. There you go. And you need to turn these finger tight. You don't need to have a wrench on these things. Alright, so need to go out a little bit further here. Right about there. Yep. There you go. So now you're in the same plane as the more or less as the seat, right, or the valves. So just by changing the angle here, tilting it back, and of course, I mean, I don't have the spring on there, so it's really hard time to fine tune it. So we got, that's where that is. That's for the exhaust valve, and let's just switch it over to the intake. Here, pull this off here. Just pull this back up a bit. So really that's all it is. It's just that little wedge there. And you can take the SC200 tool, and then you can just modify it, just with making that piece. You keep the other piece, right? And then you can you have two tools here now. It'll fit for Pontiac heads and also for big block Chevy and the rest that it's meant for, right? So, and it's a slip tool. It's a really nice tool. These LSMs. Alright, well, that bolt's a little bit long on that one, but anyways. Sure bolt there. Okay, so same deal. This one's a little bit different because of the intake valve is at slightly a different angle, right? Obviously. So let's see if I can't get that. Actually, it's pretty close right there. Yeah, so just have to push that out. Actually, yeah, that's right there. Sorry. All right, there we go. So right about there. So really, not much changes there. And then, of course, you know, there's your angle. Tighten it down some more, obviously, but that one's kind of, whoops, sorry, that one's kind of loose. But anyway, so there you go. That's on the intake. So I'm not sure what other Pontiac headed owners do for taking their valves off and on, even on the vehicle or off the vehicle. I guess if you have a big C-clamp valve compressor, you could do it, but it's still easier with the heads off to do it with this as on, because you just run it down and run it on. So the other thing I'll just touch on while I got my heads here is that all these pads here where the stands are, at some point I'm going to connect all these together, and readjust my rocker stands and make sure my push rods and my rocker geometry is correct, and then now I'll have to measure each one of these and see what goes where. All I know is that 10.005 and that 10, you can barely see it, and I think it's 95. Yeah, 95. That's my push rod length, intake, and exhaust, and you know big block Chevys have a longer exhaust valve. But that's just from the person that I bought the motor from. That's their build numbers are still on here, right? Or they're for your information, right? So, but what else I was going to show you here? That's about it for now. As you know, they're EPD heads. That's the import side. Oh, one little thing I should maybe mention is mine block's a little bit unique more than others. Dart blocks is that all this pad here has been machined out on my lifter bores. Is because I run a shorter bodied roller lifter. I actually run the pre 400 tall Gen 5 roller lifter, because these ones you can run that extra taller lifter. But mine, I had to get one roller lifter, and it took me a long time. I ordered one, I thought it was, and it wasn't, and ended up, I had to order small block Chevy, early small block Chevy, Gen 1. I needed an offset lifter, because one of the rollers were buggered. And so anyways, the reason why this is milled, because I run a shorter lifter for better rocker arm geometry, so I don't have a taller interference with the push rod here, and And of course, there have been, you know, lots of machine work. So there you go. You can see the machine work for the push rod clearance here and here. And that would be, let me see here, that is exhaust. So these are the exhaust clearances here. And I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe here. There you go. See, if you look here, there's a pad here, and it says minus 0 or 0.015. So what that means, and it says back here too. It's engraved somewhere back here. I can't remember here now. Yeah, right there. And what they did to get this, I got 0 deck clearance. So what they needed to do is they had to take 15 thou below the 9.8 deck, right? For a big box Chevy. So it's actually below. It's below thickness here, or deck tall. The deck's been machined 15th out below the 980 spec, so we can get equalized parallel deckness, right? I thought that was quite interesting. I was looking at that, and I'm just looking at all these extra machining, and this is the things that make a race block or a race engine, other than just, you know, something you buy off the shelf. Anyways, I thought maybe that may be interesting to some people. That's it for today. This is David Mazga with David Mazga Racing, Daffil Racing, and the Budget Pro My channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I do like reading your comments. Have a great rest of the week. Peace out.